Have you ever wanted to give up on learning English?
You practice, you make mistakes, and suddenly you think, maybe I'm just not good at this.
But what if you're not failing?
What if you just need to keep going?
Exactly. In today's conversation, we'll talk about how to stay motivated, handle mistakes, and keep moving forward, even when you feel like quitting.
And you'll practice real English with us along the way.
So take a breath.
And let's begin.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Okay, Emily. Let's imagine someone listening right now. They're learning English. They've been practicing for months, but they're frustrated. They think, I'm not improving. What would you say to them?
I'd say, don't make a permanent decision because of a temporary feeling.
Wow. Say that again.
Don't make a permanent decision because of a temporary feeling.
That's powerful.
You might feel tired today. That's okay. You might feel frustrated today. That's okay. You might even feel like quitting today. That's okay too. But don't confuse a bad day with a bad future.
I love that. Because sometimes one bad day feels like your entire life.
Exactly. Imagine you study English for 1 hour. You make mistakes. You can't remember the words. You don't understand the listening exercise. And you think, I'm terrible at English. But maybe you're not terrible. Maybe you're just tired.
Or hungry.
Or hungry.
Never make an important life decision when you're hungry.
That's actually good advice.
Thank you. I've learned from experience.
So if you're tired, rest. If you're confused, slow down. If you're struggling, ask for help. But don't automatically quit.
That's an important difference. Resting is not quitting.
Exactly. Say that with us.
Okay?
Repeat after me. Resting is not quitting.
Resting is not quitting.
Again.
Resting is not quitting.
One more time naturally.
Resting is not quitting.
Excellent. That is a simple sentence, but it's useful in real life. Maybe you're studying, maybe you're working, maybe you're building a business, maybe you're training for something. You don't have to work every minute. Sometimes you need to stop, breathe, and come back tomorrow.
So the goal isn't to be strong every day.
No. The goal is to keep going over time.
Let me tell you something. A few years ago, I wanted to improve my speaking. I was very nervous. Whenever someone asked me a question in English, I knew the answer in my head, but when I opened my mouth, nothing.
Nothing?
Absolutely nothing. My brain was like an empty supermarket.
An empty supermarket?
Yes, all the shelves were there, but no products.
That's actually a pretty good description.
Thank you. I've learned from experience.
So someone would ask, what do you think about this? And in your head, you had a beautiful answer, a 5-minute speech, amazing vocabulary, perfect grammar. Then you said, yeah, it's good.
That's relatable. Very relatable. And afterward, I felt terrible. I thought, why can't I speak? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'll never become confident.
What changed?
I stopped trying to sound perfect.
That's huge.
I started using simple sentences. Instead of trying to say, in my personal opinion, I strongly believe that, I simply said, I think.
Exactly.
Instead of, I would like to elaborate on this particular subject, I said, let me explain.
Much better.
And slowly, I became more comfortable. Not because I suddenly became brilliant, because I stopped being afraid of small mistakes.
This brings us to our second important idea. Don't wait until you feel ready.
That's difficult.
Very difficult, because our brain loves waiting.
Oh, yes.
It says, start tomorrow, practice when you're free, speak when your English is better, apply for the job when you're more confident, go after your dream when you know exactly what you're doing.
The brain has a lot of excuses.
It does, and the problem is, you may never feel completely ready.
So what do?
Start before you feel ready.
That's scary.
Yes, but confidence often comes after action, not before it.
That's important. People think, first I'll become confident, then I'll speak English. But maybe it's the opposite.
Exactly. You speak English, you make mistakes, you survive. You speak again, you make fewer mistakes, and slowly you become confident.
So confidence is built through action.
Yes. Think about riding a bicycle. You don't become confident by watching someone ride.
Although I've watched many bicycle videos.
And did that make you a better cyclist?
No, it made me very knowledgeable about bicycles.
Exactly. At some point, you have to get on the bicycle.
And probably fall.
Maybe, but that's how you learn.
Let's practice some useful English. Emily, imagine you're nervous about speaking English. I'll give you a sentence.
Okay.
I may make mistakes, but I will keep speaking.
I may make mistakes, but I will keep speaking.
Great! Now another. I don't need to be perfect.
I don't need to be perfect.
And I just need to keep improving.
I just need to keep improving.
Now let's put them together.
Okay.
I may make mistakes, but I will keep speaking. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep improving.
That sounds really natural.
And that's the kind of English we want you to use. Simple, clear, useful.
Emily, I think comparison is another huge reason people give up. Absolutely.
You open social media, you see someone speaking perfect English, they sound confident, they have a huge vocabulary, they speak quickly, and you think, I'm so far behind.
But you don't know their story. You don't know how many years they've practiced. You don't know how many mistakes they made. You don't know how many times they wanted to quit.
You only see the final result.
Exactly. It's like comparing your first chapter with someone else's 10th chapter.
That's unfair.
Very unfair.
Your journey is your journey. Maybe someone learned English in 2 years. Maybe you need 4. That doesn't mean you failed.
Maybe someone learned 10 words today. I learned 3.
That's okay. Those 3 words are yours. Use them. Practice them. Tomorrow, maybe you'll learn 3 more.
And after 1 year? And after 1 year, you have hundreds of useful words.
That's how small progress becomes big progress.
Exactly.
Mini story. 2 learners.
Let me tell you a little story. Imagine 2 English learners. Let's call them Anna and Maria. Anna studies English for 3 hours on Monday. She feels very motivated. On Tuesday, she studies nothing. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, nothing. Friday, she watches a long English lesson. Saturday, she gets frustrated. Sunday, she quits.
Very realistic.
Now, Maria. Maria studies for 20 minutes every day. Monday, 20 minutes. Tuesday, 20 minutes. Wednesday, 20 minutes. Thursday, 20 minutes. She makes mistakes every day. She doesn't feel amazing, but she keeps going. After 6 months, who do you think has made more progress?
Maria.
Exactly. Consistency usually beats intensity.
That's another sentence worth remembering.
Yes.
You don't need to study English for 5 hours every day. You need a routine you can actually continue.
So let's talk about failure, because this is where people really struggle.
Yes, failure can feel personal. You apply for a job, you don't get it. You try to speak English, you make a mistake. You start a project, it doesn't work. You try again, it still doesn't work. And eventually you think, maybe I should stop.
So what should we do?
Change the question.
What do you mean?
Instead of asking, why am I failing, ask, what can this teach me?
That's a completely different mindset.
Yes, failure becomes information.
For example, I speak English with someone. They don't understand me. Instead of thinking, my English is terrible, I can ask, which word did they not understand?
Exactly. Maybe your pronunciation needs work. Maybe you spoke too quickly. Maybe the sentence was too complicated. Now you have information.
So failure gives you clues.
Yes, and sometimes failure tells you what to change.
Funny moment. The wrong word.
I have a funny story about pronunciation.
Go ahead.
I once wanted to say, I need to focus, but I said something completely different.
What did you say?
I don't even want to remember.
Now I definitely want to know.
Let's just say the other person looked very confused.
And what did you do?
I smiled.
That's it?
Yes. When you don't know what to do, smile.
That's not an English learning strategy.
It worked.
Sometimes communication is strange, but here's the important thing. You made a mistake. You didn't die.
Correct.
You learned from it, and you kept speaking. That's what matters.
Section 5. Your reason matters.
There's one more thing I want to talk about. Your reason. Why are you learning English?
Good question.
Because if your reason is strong, it can help you continue when motivation disappears.
So don't just say, I want to learn English. Ask, why?
Exactly. Maybe you want to speak with international friends. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you want to understand movies without subtitles. Maybe you simply want to feel proud of yourself.
That last one is powerful.
It is, because sometimes you're not learning English for someone else, you're doing it for yourself.
Imagine waking up one day and realizing, I used to be afraid to speak English. Now I can have a conversation.
That's a beautiful feeling, and it doesn't happen overnight.
No, it happens one sentence at a time.
Pause and reflection.
Let's pause for a moment. If you're listening while walking, keep walking. If you're listening while working, keep working. But just think about this question. What is something you almost gave up on?
Maybe your English, maybe your studies, maybe your career, maybe a dream, maybe something nobody else knows about.
Now ask yourself, why did I want it in the first place?
And if the reason still matters,
Maybe it's not time to quit. Maybe it's time to change your approach.
real conversation. Emily challenges Paul. Paul, I have a challenge for you.
Oh no.
Why, oh no?
Because whenever you say, I have a challenge, something difficult happens.
This one is simple. Tell me something you failed at.
Okay, I failed at learning guitar.
Why?
Because I wanted to play difficult songs immediately.
Did you practice?
Yes,
For how long?
maybe 10 minutes.
And then?
I tried to play a complicated song.
After 10 minutes?
Yes,
And what happened?
the guitar won.
The guitar won?
Completely.
So did you really fail?
Maybe I failed at my plan.
Exactly. That's an important difference. Sometimes the goal isn't wrong, the method is wrong.
Wow. So instead of saying, I can't learn guitar, I could say, my practice method isn't working.
Exactly. And the same thing applies to English. Maybe you're not bad at English. Maybe you're using a method that doesn't fit you.
A better English routine. Okay, let's make this practical. If someone wants to improve their English without giving up, what should they do?
Let's keep it simple. First, listen every day, even for 10 or 15 minutes.
Second,
Speak every day, even if you're alone. Describe your room. Talk about your day. Repeat sentences.
third,
Learn useful phrases instead of memorizing random words.
for example,
Instead of only learning the word decision, learn I need to make a decision.
useful,
Instead of only learning tired, learn I'm too tired to study right now.
very useful.
Instead of only learning practice, learn I need more practice.
That's something I can actually say.
Exactly. And fourth, don't disappear when you make mistakes.
That's a good one.
Mistakes are part of learning.
Repeat after me, practice.
Okay, everyone, let's do some speaking practice. Paul, are you ready?
Ready.
Listen first. I will keep going.
I will keep going.
I can improve.
I can improve.
I don't have to be perfect.
I don't have to be perfect.
Mistakes are part of learning.
Mistakes are part of learning.
I can try again.
I can try again.
I may be slow, but I'm moving forward.
I may be slow, but I'm moving forward.
Beautiful. Now let's make it a little more natural. Imagine your friend says, you're not good at English. What can you say?
I'm still learning.
Exactly. Simple. Calm. Confident.
Not, how dare you?
Please don't shout at your English teacher.
Okay, I'll remember that. Section 6. When motivation disappears. Can we talk about motivation? Because everyone says, stay motivated. But motivation doesn't stay.
That's true. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you wake up excited. Other mornings you want to stay in bed.
Especially Monday.
Especially Monday.
Monday needs motivation more than anyone.
But you can't depend only on motivation. You need habits.
So, what happens when I don't feel like studying?
Make the task smaller. Don't say, today I need to study English for 2 hours. Say, I'll practice for 10 minutes.
10 minutes sounds easy.
Exactly. And sometimes after 10 minutes, you'll want to continue.
And sometimes I'll stop.
That's okay. The important thing is that you showed up.
Show up. That's a useful phrase.
Yes, show up means to be present or to make the effort to be there.
So,
I didn't feel motivated, but I showed up.
Perfect. That's a great sentence.
The 1% idea.
Think about improving by just 1%.
1%?
Yes, you don't need to transform your entire life today. Improve a little. Learn one phrase. Speak 1 minute longer. Understand one more sentence. Read one page. Practice one sound. Then do it again tomorrow.
1% doesn't feel impressive.
Maybe not today, but small improvements repeated many times can create a huge difference.
So don't focus only on the final result.
Exactly. Focus on today's step.
What's the next step?
That's the question. Not when will I become fluent, but what can I practice today?
Emotional moment. Someone listening alone. Emily, what if someone listening right now has been trying for years?
Then I want them to hear this carefully. You are not too late.
That's important.
Maybe you started later than other people. Maybe you've stopped before. Maybe you've started again many times. That's okay. Starting again is still starting.
Even if I've quit 10 times?
Start for the 11th time.
What if I fail again?
Then learn something and start again.
What if people laugh?
Let them laugh. They don't have to live your life.
What if I'm afraid?
Be afraid and take one small step anyway.
That's real courage.
Yes, courage doesn't always feel like confidence. Sometimes courage sounds like, I'm scared, but I'll try.
Natural English phrases for real life.
Let's learn some phrases you can actually use when life gets difficult. Phrase number 1, I'll give it another try.
I'll give it another try.
Very natural. If something doesn't work, you can say, let me try again.
Let me try again.
Another one, I'm not there yet.
That one is interesting.
It means you're not at your goal yet, but you're still moving toward it.
So if someone says, do you speak English fluently? I can say, I'm not there yet, but I'm improving.
Perfect. That's positive without pretending you're perfect.
Another phrase.
Another one is, I won't give up.
I won't give up.
And, I'll keep trying.
I'll keep trying.
And my favorite, I'm getting better every day.
I'm getting better every day.
Section 7. Don't let one mistake define you.
I think people sometimes let one mistake define them.
Yes. One bad test, one embarrassing conversation, one rejected job application, one failed interview, one bad day, and suddenly they create a story. I'm a failure.
That's a very big conclusion from one event.
Exactly. You failed at something. That doesn't mean you are a failure.
That's a huge difference.
Your mistake is something you did. It is not who you are.
So instead of saying, I am bad at English, say, my English needs more practice.
Exactly. Instead of, I can't do this, say, I can't do this yet.
That little word changes everything.
Yes. Yet leaves the door open. I can't do it yet. Perfect.
I can't speak confidently yet.
Yes. I can't understand fast English yet. Exactly. That word creates possibility.
Minigame. Finish the sentence.
Let's play a quick game. I'll start a sentence, you finish it.
Okay.
I'll start a sentence. When I make a mistake,
I learn from it.
good. When I feel tired,
I take a break.
when I feel afraid,
I take a small step.
when I don't understand,
I ask questions.
when I fail.
I try again.
Excellent. And now you.
Okay. When I feel like giving up,
I remember why I started.
perfect.
That's the mindset.
Section 8. Remember why you started.
Let's go deeper into that. Remember why you started. Why is that so important? Because your motivation changes. At the beginning, everything feels exciting. You buy a notebook, you download an app, you make a schedule. You say, I'm going to learn English every day.
And the notebook looks beautiful.
Very beautiful.
For about 3 days.
Exactly. Then reality arrives. You're tired, you're busy, you make mistakes, the excitement disappears. That's when your reason becomes important.
Because your goal is bigger than your mood.
Exactly. You may not feel like practicing today, but you still remember, I want to communicate better. I want more opportunities. I want to feel confident. I want to be proud of myself. That reason can bring you back. Realistic dialogue practice. Let's imagine a real situation. Paul, you're at work. Your manager asks you a question in English. You don't understand. What do you say?
Sorry?
Good, but let's make it more natural. Sorry, could you say that again?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Great. Another option, could you speak a little more slowly, please?
Could you speak a little more slowly, please?
Excellent. Now, imagine someone says something you don't understand. Don't panic. You don't need perfect English. You need useful English.
That's a big lesson.
Exactly.
Section 9, Your Future Self.
Emily, I want to ask one final big question. What happens if someone doesn't give up? Eventually, they become someone different. How? Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You've practiced consistently. You still make mistakes, but you're more comfortable. Then imagine yourself 1 year from now. You're having conversations that feel impossible today. Then 2 years, you're looking back and thinking, wow, I almost gave up. That's powerful. Your future self is built by what you do today. Not perfectly, not dramatically, but consistently.
So every time I practice, I'm helping the future version of myself.
Exactly. Every sentence, every mistake, every listening session, every conversation, it all counts.
Final speaking practice.
Okay, before we finish, we're going to do one final speaking practice. This time, I want you to speak with confidence. Don't whisper, don't worry about mistakes, just repeat.
Let's do it.
I will not give up.
I will not give up.
I may struggle,
I may struggle,
but I will keep going.
but I will keep going.
I don't need to be perfect.
I don't need to be perfect.
I just need to improve.
I just need to improve.
I can make mistakes.
I can make mistakes.
I can learn from them.
I can learn from them.
I can try again.
I can try again.
I am not too late.
I am not too late.
I am still learning,
I am still learning,
and I will keep moving forward.
and I will keep moving forward.
Beautiful. Now say the whole thing naturally.
Okay, I will not give up. I may struggle, but I will keep going. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to improve. I can make mistakes. I can learn from them. I can try again. I am not too late. I am still learning, and I will keep moving forward. That's the message. Final emotional conversation. You know what, Emily?
What?
I think never give up doesn't mean you never feel tired.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean you never fail.
Right.
It doesn't mean you're always confident.
Correct.
It means you don't let one bad moment decide your entire future.
That's beautifully said. You can rest, you can change your plan, you can take a different path, you can start again, but don't give up on yourself.
That's probably the most important part.
Yes, because sometimes the person who needs your support the most is you.
Wow.
So, if your English isn't perfect today, keep going. If you're making mistakes, keep going. If you don't understand everything, keep going. If you're nervous, take a breath and keep going.
And if you stopped before?
Start again.
Tomorrow?
Why not today?
Fair point.
You don't need a perfect Monday. You don't need a perfect notebook. You don't need a perfect plan. You need one small action. Today.
One sentence.
One sentence.
One conversation.
One conversation.
One more try.
One more try.
And now we want to hear from you. Here's today's question. What is one thing you refuse to give up on?
Maybe it's your English. Maybe it's your dream. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's becoming a better version of yourself. Write one sentence in the comments. I won't give up on blank.
For example, I won't give up on learning English.
Or, I won't give up on my dream.
Or, I won't give up on myself.
That's my favorite. And if you're learning English with us, remember, you don't have to understand everything today. You don't have to speak perfectly today. You just have to keep learning. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep trying.
And please, don't wait for perfect English before you start speaking English.
Exactly. Use the English you know, then learn more, then use more. That's how you grow.
And remember our phrase,
Which one?
I'm not there yet.
Yes, not there yet, but moving forward.
And one day, you'll look back.
And you'll realize you were improving the whole time.
So everyone, keep going.
Keep learning.
Keep speaking.
And never give up.
We'll see you in the next conversation.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Before you go, repeat this one last time. I can do this. I will keep going. I won't give up.
And yes, even if your English isn't perfect.
Especially then.
See you next time.
Keep going.